Two former local police officers appeared in separate courtrooms today.
And each man pleading guilty to a variety of charges in unrelated crimes. Former Attleboro Police Sergeant Richard Woodhead pleaded guilty to attempted receipt of child pornography. Woodhead resigned from the Attleboro Police Department back in April. He is scheduled to be sentenced in November.
Meanwhile, former Charlestown police officer Evan Speck pleaded guilty in federal court to charges of attempting to distribute steroids and money laundering. Eyewitness News reporter Jared Pleiner is live in Providence with more on how Charlestown's police chief is reacting to his former officer's plea. Jared.
Well, Mike and Caroline, the government says Speck had about 80 kilograms, the equivalent of 80 kilograms of marijuana in steroids. And if you do the math, just so you can figure that out, 80 kilograms, more than 175 pounds. Former Charlestown police officer and bodybuilder Evan Speck pleading guilty Friday to steroids and money laundering charges. The 34-year-old declining to speak with us after.
Sorry, I can't comment. The case is still going on, so thank you.
Speck made over $500,000 selling testosterone cypionate he bought from China to fellow bodybuilders from at least early 2015 until the feds raided his Westerly home in March. Investigators seized steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs and 3 guns. The government says the Chinese steroids were never labeled with directions for use, and that Speck tried to hide his operation by using fake names and encrypting emails. Speck's attorney says he's taken responsibility.
At one point, he was a really respected member of the police department. He was the president of the union, and he was the most productive officer in that department. He can be rehabilitated. That's our view as his attorneys, that he can do something with his life positive.
Charlestown Police Chief Jeffrey Allen reacting tonight. Mr. Speck's behavior was a huge violation of the public trust he was given as a police officer. It is important for the public to understand Mr. Speck had not worked as a police officer in nearly a year, as he was on leave of absence since May 2016. He has not received any pay from the town of Charlestown since September 2016, and he voluntarily resigned from the department in March of this year. Speck has sued the department, claiming he was discriminated against because he has ADHD.
It's still pending. We're discussing how that matter is going to proceed.
And Speck now faces a maximum 33 years in prison and a $1.25 million fine. Sentencing set for November. In Providence tonight, I'm Jared Pleiner, Eyewitness News.
Charlestown cop pleads guilty to dealing steroids, faces 33 years in prison. Providence, RI former Charlestown police officer Evan Speck admitted Friday to trafficking steroids and laundering money from the illicit sales. Speck, 34, of Bradford Road in Westerly, pleaded guilty before U.S. District Court Chief Judge William E. Smith to 1 count each of possession of steroids with intent to deliver, distribution of misbranded drugs, and money laundering. He faces up to 33 years in prison at his sentencing November 3. Federal agents in March raided Speck's home, unearthing receipts, packaging, syringes, scales and other evidence that Speck was selling steroids and other performance-enhancing drugs. Documents, cash, and ledgers indicated that Speck received $536,000 from June 2015 through the date of the search, prosecutors said. Agents seized a .22 caliber Colt handgun and a .45 caliber pistol from his home and a loaded .40 caliber Glock from his vehicle. It's always disheartening to those of us who have dedicated our lives to upholding the law when any police officer is accused of a crime and agrees to plead guilty to those crimes, Charlestown Police Chief Jeffrey S. Allen said in a statement Friday morning after Speck entered his plea. Mr. Speck's behavior was a huge violation of the public trust he was given as a police officer. Allen noted that Speck had been on a leave of absence since May 2016, had not been paid by the town since September 2016 and had resigned from the force this March. I am committed to safeguarding the integrity of this department and will take whatever actions are necessary to ensure the public confidence in the Charlestown Police Department, the chief said. According to authorities, Speck was purchasing testosterone cypionate from China beginning in 2015, repackaging the drug and selling under the brand name Tabman Pharmaceuticals without specifying how it should be used. Speck sold the drugs through members-only, web-based steroids boards, communicating with customers largely bodybuilders through encrypted messages under various email addresses. He used software that made text messages vanish immediately after they were read, authorities said. Speck tried to conceal evidence of the drug sales using various accounts and Bitcoin crypto cybercurrency, prosecutors said. Assistant U.S. Attorney John P. McAdams said the amount of drugs Speck sold was equivalent to 79.99 kilograms of marijuana. He will forfeit the 3 firearms and $17,954 that were seized in March, and another $536,000, based on the drug trafficking business he was running. Assistant U.S. Attorneys Dulce Donovan, Mary E. Rogers and John P. McAdams prosecuted the case. A bodybuilder who has competed nationally, Speck twice sued the town, Police Chief Jeffrey Allen, the police department and Lieutenant Michael Pagliata, alleging that he was discriminated and retaliated against after requesting accommodations for attention deficit/hyperactivity disorder. He said he has developed post-traumatic stress disorder as a result of the subsequent workplace stress. He claimed, too, that the town and his superiors have halted his pay and health care coverage and denied him injured on duty status in retaliation for exercising his rights under the Americans with Disabilities Act. ADHD and PTSD are classified as disabilities under federal law. The town, in court papers, countered that Speck was absent from work for months, claiming it is due to his alleged disability, but managed during that time to participate in bodybuilding competitions in Florida, Connecticut and Las Vegas. It notes that he has purchased a BMW, renovated his home with custom-made materials and traveled to New York for bodybuilding treatment, all since the start of his first sick leave in January 2016. The town asserts that it moved to rescind Speck's pay and benefits only after he had exhausted all paid leave, and not in retaliation. Speck stepped down from the force in March after 11 years following the raid on his home. Wearing a pinstriped navy blue suit, his hair slicked back, Speck told Smith due Friday's proceedings that he is being treated for PTSD. His lawyer, Edward C. Roy, has said those lawsuits remain up in the air and under discussion. Speck remains free on a $10,000 unsecured bond. He is allowed to travel in Rhode Island, Massachusetts and Connecticut.
Hey, Sheriff, we have a question about why your office, your intelligence division, is investigating private citizens for criminal investigation that happen to be activists that are overseeing your department. Why would you have your intelligence division investigate private citizens? We have done... Sir, we don't hate anyone. We love freedom and we love American people. And government is out of control. That's why you're seeing such a revolt nationwide. Why can't you just answer, why is Susan Edwards, your intelligence division, investigating private citizens? This should not happen.
Are you here to apply for a job?
Possibly I might be applying for a job, but that's irrelevant to my question. Why would you ask that question?
Well, enjoy the fair.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Excuse you?
Excuse me, sir.
So those of you that haven't
Wow.
been on a bike before, we're
Sheriff's
just
getting a little too pushy. You work for us, Sheriff. Just keep that in mind. At one time we respected you, but not with that type of attitude.
Hey Charlotte County, this is Charlotte County COPWATCH, and I found that I had to make a change this ending on my videos, letting you know about the channel and fair use laws, you know, how we can report on other people's reporting and how it's good, how it's bad, etc. But you guys can look it up yourself. It is legal. It's in there. But like I've told you before, that I've been cut off from making money on YouTube for 4 years. It's really weird, bizarre, but they cut the money off, but they said you can keep the channel, and now YouTube makes all the money. And if you get bored, plug it into Social Blade website, and you'll see that they are making a huge amount off the site. Right now it's at 63 million views, 53,000 subscribers, almost 3 million views a month. You know, trying to wake people up, and I make nothing. In fact, I got a customer that's ex-congressman. He said if I could ever find a lawyer, sue YouTube on it. But because this is nuts. 4 hours a day, and to save America. You know, but at the same time, it's worth it. Look at what our founding fathers did. They died for this country. So, but getting back to the money part, this is why I'm redoing the video. Is my dream of everyone giving $1, and it's going to be $53,000 a year, or if they did Patreon, which you know, can be monthly. That is not working. That'd be great if it did. Nothing is perfect. And I appreciate the people that do donate, you know, what they can on PayPal, and there again, I'm letting you guys know that is not much. Is, you know, monthly is, oh my god. So anyways, yes, you cannot live on it. It's very, very, very low amount. But the dollar things, I do appreciate that. But when I first said everybody give $1, that's not working. I'm just letting you guys know it's, yeah, that's that dream. Everybody gives $1. 53,000 subscribers, it's not working. So yes, if you can give more than that, you know, I appreciate it. Like I said, you know, I'm in a unique situation where, you know, we're already debt free, and I'm not rich, but with the little business that we have, I am able to do what I am able to do 45 hours a day, you know, letting you guys know what's going on. In 4 years, I've did the whole thing myself. 12,000 videos on there. I literally get emails where people are like, holy crap, I never knew it was this bad. And it is this bad, and it's getting worse every day because we have the internet, we have cell phones, we have cameras everywhere now, and it's just disgusting what's going on. And then, as you guys know too, now we got Trump, we got Jeff Sessions doing a war on drugs, and now he wants to go after the forfeiture laws again. It's just unfreaking real. So if you can give more than that dream of everybody giving $1, yeah, that old video, that's not working. They're not. They're just not. So anyways, if you can give more than that dream is not working. Hardly anybody is giving. There you go. So that's why I'm remaking the video. If you can give more than that, that would be great. And there again, like I said, the Patreon's there. There is some people on there that are starting to give, but there again, it's very, very low. And like I said, I don't want to get rich off of that. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing because, you know, it's still so stinking corrupt. It's not even funny. My court case that I'm going to be paying out of my pocket myself with Charlotte County's coming up. They illegally looked me up and then posted all my information on LEOAFFAIRS website. They basically doxed me, however you want to say that. I forget what the word is, and they outed me, man. And that information on that site went out to 500 sheriffs, deputies, people that work at the jail, etc., etc., etc. So, yeah, it is very, very scary, but we're going to do a federal case, 1983 case, violating freedom of speech. We have 17 cameras in the house now. We got 2 cameras in the car. I always carry a camera plus a cell phone. A lot of people are highly recommending I get a vest now. If I could, if the wife would let me, I would run for sheriff. We are trying to push the thing nationwide right now, where just to mix it up and to get the topics out there is register to run for sheriff, NPA, no party affiliation, as a write-in, and that is completely free, and you can participate in the elections. And there's a lot of stuff. We got a guy, James McLinnis in Pinellas County, Tampa, who almost won. He experienced the corruption himself. The story is unbelievable. Look him up. It's mind-blowing what they did. It pissed him off. He is very, very smart. He has way more money than I did. He ran for sheriff at the last 3 months last year in 2016 and almost won. He got all of the black vote. And the reason why he did that is because he ran on, I will not bust, we're in Florida, I will not bust anybody for weed anymore unless it's an ungodly huge amount, like pounds. And then he also ran on no more victimless crimes, no more of this freaking road pirate bull crap. And then he was going to cut the budget by 30%. And when you think about that, you can. If you stop the road pirates, you can get rid of a bunch of people. Gone. So, the wife has been saying, yes, I can, yes, I can't. So I don't know. We're trying to find somebody that can do it because I am busy doing this anyways. But, so I'm making a video, like I said, that $1 a month from everybody, you know, for 53,000 subscribers, that is not working. I'm just letting you guys know. Absolutely give way more than $1 a month. If you can, I appreciate anything. By the way, remember too, when you give that, PayPal takes like freaking 15 to 20%, so it's even worse than that. But, and there again, like I'm letting you guys know, it's way, what I get is very, very low. Appreciate it, but it is very, very low. Can't live on it. I'm just, you know, I'm working, and that's what I'm working on. And that court case is going to cost a buttload of money. That's federal court. Just the filing fees and the depositions that we're going to be doing with this corrupt cop. So there's another reason to give. We are going to be doing a deposition with this very corrupt. He was in a drug squad. He is a bad guy. He's on steroids. We heard steroids are rampant here. That's why their attitude is so bad. And we are going to get him on video, and it will be on YouTube. So that case alone is $5,000 just to bring it to court, and that's my money out of my pocket. So there's another reason to give, and give way more than $1 if you can. So keep that in mind. This is the new video, and I see, God, I talk a lot. It's already 7 minutes, but had to make it just to let you know that $1 a month from everybody is not working. They're not doing it. So if you can give more than that, please. So Thanks. Keep it up. Share, like, subscribe, tell your friends, send me your videos on corruption, and I'll post it.